Ferrari are having a year to remember, because when they're not Ferrariing and messing up pit stops and strategy, they're actually doing things perfectly out on track. They went to Le Mans, they won. They're the first team in Formula 1 to break the dominant Red Bull's winning streak, and now we've got to do what we need to do. We need to take a Ferrari out to Circuit de Sarthe with a Le Mans livery and actually put this car to work. So if you're here, why not go ahead and hit the subscribe button before we get into the actual video. But let's have a look at this car. As always, this car is found in the brand central, so you're going to need to pop up there, and once you get there, go into Europe and scroll down to Italy. Italia, the team of the Ferrari team, so Forza Ferrari, and then you're going to go into the showroom. From the showroom, it's the second one along, the 458 Italia from 2009. Choose whatever colour you want. You've got a big choice there. Ferrari's red. It has to be red, unless it's yellow. But once you've done that, you get the car delivered to you. You get your collector points. If you haven't got to collector point level 50, make sure you do that. Get collecting cars, because it does open a lot more things, such as trading cars. You're then going to go into the garage, and we're going to go into car settings. From here, we're going to make sure we've got the racing hard tyres at front and back. Our downforce at the front is going to be 150, and at the rear is going to be 380. We're going to add 71 kilograms of ballast, and because your car is engine is at the back, I always like to balance the car out, and I'm going to put minus 21 on there. Power restrictor is at 90, and then our top speed, we're going to adjust that to 400. Now with this next section that's going to pop up, just take a screenshot. I'm probably going to put this in the Discord, so go and check it out, and if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, do it now, and also press the like button. But yeah, that's what you need to do, so we can just get our gearing going. And then once we've done that, we're going to go and find the race. There is a few other things we'll do, but we're going to do a slightly different order today. Make sure you stay tuned, because I'll pop in there what you need to do. Pop over to 24 Hour Du Mans, World Touring Car 700, and then make sure there's nothing flashing in red. If you've done everything in this video correctly, you should be there ready to go. Now, once you're out on track, you've got different things that you can do. Now, the car is not super thirsty on the fuel, but I find that I can just go into fuel mix 6, and then I don't really have to worry too much, and it does give me more strategy options. So this is the main thing you've got to think about with fuel mix. Yes, I can go into a lower fuel mix and get more power, but that's going to drink more fuel, and it means I will have to stop earlier. So as you can see during this video, this makes a big difference. I don't have to worry about getting past these cars, because we know we're going to get past these cars anyway. Now, if you haven't checked it out yet, with Le Mans, I always set the difficulty down to easy. You might find if your difficulty is a little bit higher, you will take longer to get past those cars. But yeah, look at this. The main thing to worry about is at this section here, because Cocobon is always going to be in our way. Every video, you remember the last one? He's there again. But yeah, look at the fuel. We're going to get about 3 laps out of it, but I'm going to try and stretch this out a little bit more, because we don't need to waste all the fuel. Look at this. We're just going past cars quite easily. And another thing to think about with this race is short shifting. Don't let the rev counter go up very high. We're going to go past the leader in lap 1, but yeah, with the rev counter you want to keep that quite low. Lap 3, the leaders are going to start going in, and we're still out. And at the end of lap 3, I've got a decision to make. You're going to need to check your weather radar, and I looked at this and I thought, racing hard still look good. Fuel looks okay. I can get another lap out of this. I can do 4 laps. This is what I mean about that fuel saving. And now I'm just zooming in, just seeing what the weather's going to do. I don't think it's going to do anything more. And I was right. It didn't rain a lot. I managed to stay the car on track, and I got to the end of lap 4. Now, looking at your tyres, there's hardly anywhere. This car is so good on its tyres. It's a bit like Ferrari in Formula 1 this weekend, isn't it? But yeah, go in. Don't need to change the tyres. And then you're going to need to add the fuel. The fuel is the main thing. The guys are getting ready. I don't know why they got the tyres ready, because we're not changing them. I don't know. Ferrarian, isn't it? But yeah, once the fuel is in, we're going to go back out onto the track. And once we're on track, we're going to notice that we've got quite a big gap to the cars behind. I'm looking at the weather radar again just to check. End of lap 5, look at the radar. It's going to be heavier than it was last time. But my tyres are still good, and I've taken my eye off the ball. I've got a penalty. Just be careful. It doesn't affect your clean race bonus. It didn't in this case. But I'm looking at the radar and I'm thinking, again, I think I'm going to risk it. Now, you can go in and you can get the intermediate tyres on, but you don't really need to, because look at where the weather is doing. It's going to be clear pretty quick. And look at that, it's sunny again. We're going to serve our penalty, so it didn't even last a lap. So you just got to think about those little things when you're doing this race, not to waste a lot of time and just to enjoy it a little bit more. Set yourself a little challenge like I did there. And then the final lap, we still got half a lap of fuel to go. We could have pushed a little bit more. The tyres are still almost new, and we're going to go over and take the checkered flag like Carlos Sainz did, and like Giudi Collado and Giovinazzi did at Le Mans. But yeah, look at that, 11 seconds over the 30. I did make a mistake, so that could have been bang on 30 minutes, and we're going to get our credits there. 825 clean race bonus, and we're also going to get a ticket out of this one. So not bad overall. Pretty good car to drive. I really liked it. But to make the car handle really work, there's a few things that you need to buy. So just bear with this as we go along. From the sports section, we're going to get the weight reduction stage 1. We're also going to need to get a couple more stages of this, so don't forget to do that as well. Just those things though are not, you can't change them back. We're going to get the bore up from the club sport, and then we're also going to get the weight reduction stage 2. Then we're going to need to get the power restrictor, which we always do, and we're also going to need to go and get the ballast. Like I said before, these two things just help us balance that PP and play around with it just to fine tune a little bit more. From the semi-racing, we're going to get the fully customizable LSD. We're going to get the weight reduction stage 3, and then we're also going to increase the body rigidity. This just really helps with the stability of the car in the corners. Because of that, I didn't feel I needed suspension. From the racing, we're going to get the polished ports, racing air filter as well, and then in certain parts of the world this is called a racing muffler, but we're going to get the silencer. That's what we call it over here. And it also does make the car sound really good. We're going to get the racing brake kits. I always get the slotted, you can get the drilled, and we're going to get the racing brake pads to go with it. Because you want the fast car and you want to go fast, brakes is the one thing that makes the car really fast. You're going to get the racing clutch and the flywheel, and then you're going to get the fully customizable racing transmission. Tyres wise, we're going to need the racing hards, because it does require them in the race. And then you don't always have to get these. We can get the intermediates. You should always get the intermediates, and you can get the racing heavy wets. Like you saw in the video, I didn't need any of these, but it does depend, and it's always good just to have. And then you're going to need to add some extra things to the car. Once you go into the GT Auto, pop over into car maintenance and service, and we're going to need to add a wide body to this car. Now this just makes the car a little bit bulkier, but it does make a big difference. And it will also do, because we're going to add extra bits on there, such as tyres and spoilers and all that sort of stuff. But to make that easier for you, all you have to do is pop over into the car customization. Instead of having to go for each thing individually, you need to go into load style, and I've done this for you already. Go up to content search, and you're just going to type it in Chunky in there, CHUNKY, and this is going to do a little search and find your delivery. Once you've done that, apply that to the car, and then you're good to go. And there you have it, your Ferrari 458 Italia at Circuit de la Sarthe Le Mans. It's a really good car to drive. We will keep it brief today. Don't forget, go and check these 2 videos that I'm going to leave here for you. Don't forget as well, hit the like button. Tell me in the comments what you think of this video, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll catch you in the next one. Chunky out.